This house right behind me is where Superman was born. Now, writer Jerry Siegel, who lived 1914 to 1966, he was a teenage boy who lived here during the Great Depression, during one of the toughest economic times of Cleveland and across the country. Now, Jerry wasn't popular. He was a dreamer, and he knew how to dream big. With his best friend, artist Jerry Schuster, these two boys created the bright fantasy world of spaceships, strange planets, and a city where a young man in red and blue tights could leap over a tall building in a single bound. They called him Superman. They didn't just give us the world's first superhero, they gave us something to believe in. The house you see here at Parkwood and Armour is not the house of Jerry Schuster. That house is a house that replaced the house where Jerry was and where he lived and grew up, about 7 blocks away from Mr. Siegel. Now, what we have here is a wonderful display they have in honor of Superman and of Schuster and Siegel, and yes, especially Schuster. By the way, Armour has a secondary name. It's called Joe Schuster Lane. You'll find many of these names of Superman, and they have a Lois Lane here, and that all because of the Superman influence that's here in this neighborhood. In 2011, a drunk driver crashed into this fence, damaging some of the pages. The survivors were rehung, but the missing panels make the story a little incoherent. Still, it's a wonderful tribute. What we have here is a historical marker from the state of Ohio commemorating his relationship to this part of Cleveland. It reads, Jerry Siegel and Joe Schuster, 2 Glenville high school students imbued with imagination and talent and a love for science fiction and comics, had a dream that became a reality in 1932. They created Superman, the first superhero ever to see print. The 1932 prototype was a villainous superhero like we talked about before. Superman then became a hero who has been called Action Ace, the Man of Steel, and the Man of Tomorrow. It says on here that it's continued on the other side, so let's meet up over on the other side. In 2011, this marker was stolen. Not by Superman freaks, but by thieves who thought they could sell it for scrap metal. When it was learned that the plaque was made of inexpensive aluminum, it was returned and anchored into the park with a base that even Superman probably would have difficulty ripping out of the ground. Although the success of Superman spawned the entire industry, publishers and newspaper syndicates did not originally accept the creation. Superman did not appear until 1938 when he became lead feature on the cover of Action Comics #1. As co-creators of the most famous mythical beings, Siegel and Schuster infused popular American culture with one of the most enduring icons of the 20th century. Superman has appeared in animated series, live-action series, major motion pictures, advertisements, and comic books, and where his popularity grows with each generation of readers.